No one knows. I think it's just a terribly old joke that at the very beginning when he said his name as Inchimakola Undola Titsi. He said, I'm Dr. Inchimakola Undola Titsi. And everyone said, Doctor who?
The question is, how is the sound of the Tardis materialization and dematerialization noise made? It is the noise of somebody blowing down a vacuum hose pushed through a radiophonic generator.
Well, the question, we've heard the question. First of all, I played with all the doctors, not against them, I hope, otherwise I wouldn't still be at the program.
Did Peter Davison tear up my scarf?
Oh, Lord.
The question is, if Romana was able to pick her new body, how is it that the Doctor can't? And the answer to that is the difference between men and women.
I thought that was very funny, to touch something filthy and poisonous and then do that, yeah.
You can show something which is green, slimy, nasty and horrendous, as long as you say this is from another galaxy.
Sometimes if you've got nothing to say in a scene, you might say, tomato jelly baby.
Eldrad must live.
Where do I live? We're downtown in Chicago.
And yes, that hand there with the fingers.
Let's pass it on to Peter. He's more well-behaved than Pertwee.
This convention, you said that when you came back in November, you do your belly dance.
This is the A-team here.
Would I go with the Doctor on a trip? Oh, yes, I might, if he asked me nicely. Yeah. I might, yes.
If you can stand up with the weight of that scarf. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's all right, you're exonerated.
Dracula.
What is your question?
I have gifts for the Doctor.
A gift?
Oh, goody.
Step forward, all with gifts. To hell with the... Oh, what I've fallen. Oh.
For me,
I'm not taking anything after him. Well, you don't have to have practical jokes. You know, the most idiotic things make you laugh. You see what I mean? I mean, you only got to look at Patrick Troughton and get it. No, you don't have to have specific funny things. I mean, I've told this story once before, once with the brig. Which was it, brig?
Inferno.
Inferno, and the brig was playing two roles, and we were all down in another dimension, and we decided, because the brig was wearing a black eye patch, that we would put black eye patches on, Katie Manning, myself, and John Levine, and went into his office, and he was sitting with his back to us with his black eye patch on, and on cue, the brig swung his chair around and looked at three idiots with three black eye patches, which the whole idea was to make the brig break up. Well, the result was the brig, being the solid rock he is, did not break up and went straight on with the scene, and we became utterly hysterical and couldn't work for 3/4 of an hour.
Did I ever feel frustrated that Harry wasn't getting enough to do? Constantly is the answer to that, yes. It's really a bit of the reason really I think is that my character, the character of Harry, was brought in at a time when the new Doctor wasn't completely decided upon. And I think they felt they needed to have somebody around to sort of leap through glass panes and out of high windows and run up and down cliffs and things, just in case whoever they got was perhaps one of the more elderly, shall we say, of the acting fraternity who might not be able to do it. When, of course, Tom was finally cast and everything, that immediately became superfluous. But by then I was shall we say, contractually involved, and they had to find things for me to do, which they sometimes managed to do and quite a lot of the time didn't. So in a way, that's the reason that I think Harry was quite spare, in both senses of the word, quite a lot of the time. I think that actually I would have preferred to have been a bit more active and perhaps a bit more sensible, although it's quite fun playing a sort of, what's the word for naff? Cretinous. An imbecile character.
He wasn't, he does himself an injustice.
I would like to know, in the Five Doctors, in the show, the Five Doctors, why was it that K9 was with Sarah? How did that...
Yes, I didn't realize that. You wouldn't understand in America because you haven't seen K9 and Company yet. Well, some have.
Yes, yes, they have.
Oh, they're starting on me now, aren't they wicked?
There's a show that K9 and Company that's going to be shown here eventually?
It's going to be shown not this Christmas, but next Christmas. It's, yeah. Thank you.
How is K9 and Company faring in the room right now? Is it a series?
It's not, no. It was made supposedly as a special, possibly to be followed by 6 episodes. It had good viewing figures, good ratings, but the powers that be, I think John Nathan Turner will be able to tell you this, the head man changed, someone else came in and wanted to bring something in of his initiation, and I don't think it will happen now. It just stands as an hour special. It's about Christmas. It happens at Christmas, so that's why it will go out probably just at that time of the year.
Thank you.
Question is, did I enjoy having a little more active and aggressive role as the Doctor's companion? Yes, I did, but I think a lot of us, I've said this before, and forgive me if I'm repeating myself to some of you, but a lot of us, as the assistants, started off with very, very strong characters, and after that was developed with scripts. A lot of what we had to say in several episodes is, what is it, Doctor? What is it, Doctor? What is it, Doctor? Doctor, help! Doctor, look! And you run out of ways of saying that, you know. Which I think is why there's such a quick turnaround of assistants on the show. But yes, I did enjoy having that kind of feminist attitude. However, having done that, having given me a very aggressive, strong character, feminist if you like, they then had to take my clothes off to compensate for it, right? Thank you.
You observed that I seem to have a certain liking for redheads.
Well, like, Romana, the first one was basically a redhead, and we all had a head.
I think it's a bit more complicated than that, actually. I mean, I actually like women. Yeah, I do. Yes. Oh, you can snigger over there. There are very few men who like women. Very few. Lots of men love women, and lots of men maybe admire them, and some men even marry them, I understand. But I like them. Yes.
Pertwee, this is my question. Yawn.
Shut your face.
Shut up. Sorry. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up.
Yes, I'd like to know why there's so much hostility between the different... between the different incarnations of the Doctors.
I just don't like him. I haven't played this for 15 years. And it's going to show.
Why did I quit the show? Well, it's a long story. No, I didn't really see it as quitting the show it wasn't a sort of on spur of the moment decision. It's just when I took over the part, I decided to do it for 3 years. I was advised to do this by this gentleman on my right. I just felt
done it for more than 3 years.
I just felt it was the right length of time for me to do it for, and to go back on that decision would have been a bit untrue to the way I felt about it at the beginning. And I enjoyed the 3 years immensely. I just feel now it's time to move on to other things.
Yes, he's only a young lad, you know, got a great future.
Young and restless, it's me. But that was the reason, really. And also, you know, Colin Baker was a bit short of money, so, you know, I felt...
He's asking whether you've ever been fired from a job, and tell the truth.
No, she's asking if you have ever
Oh,
been...
me? The question is, have I ever been fired from a job? The answer is yes, frequently. In fact, I very seldom held down a job in my very early days in rep. I was always getting up to sort of rubbish and jokes and practical jokes, and I was continuously being fired. And I was fired from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, the Theatre Academy, for being utterly inefficient and having no hope for any future in the theatre whatsoever. I later had the opportunity of meeting the great Mr. Charles Lawton, who said, I understand you were fired from RADA, and I said, yes, he did. Splendid, you'll do frightfully well, so was I.
Well, the lady wants to know what sort of adjustments have I had to make since I became recognizable in the street. And do I have to make special adjustments, and do I miss privacy and things like that? I don't think I made particularly any adjustments at all. I just brazen it out and walk down the street. And if someone says to me, says, hello, it's nice to see you, then I'm usually thrilled. When I was anonymous Tom Baker, nobody ever said to me in the street, gosh, it's good to see you, Tom. No one ever said that. And so that when people began to say that, and people began to say on trains, excuse me, could I give you a hug? I quite like that. Being hugged on trains, and, you know, which is unusual. I'm not typically British, you know, although of course I am British, I'm not typical, because, you know, the British would rather be mugged than hugged. So reticent are they, but I don't mind the odd hug here and there, so it hasn't bothered me at all. And as for privacy, people who choose to work on television, or people who choose to be in movies, or whatever it is, and then start bleating about their privacy, instantly send me into a coma of boredom. I mean, the way to avoid that is actually to simply stay in one's room, or stay off television, or stay away from the public. I can't be doing it with people who complain that they've got no privacy. Yes?
Do you know what she said about you?
No, what did Louise Jameson say about me? She said I was a crazy man. Really, that Louise Jameson's quite perceptive. I wouldn't have really thought that, yeah. All right, well, that's all right, isn't it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Ladies and gentlemen, we think that probably... Sit down. We think really this is a prudent time, as you've given us this beautiful cake. Now, may I suggest that it'd be difficult for us to cut it up and eat it. May I suggest that we give it to a hospital for kids somewhere here? Okay. Can we blow the candles out? Ladies and gentlemen, John Nathan Turner has asked me, on behalf of my other self and all of my friends and companions, because I'm sitting in the middle, to take this opportunity of thanking you all for the love and affection that you've shown us here during this convention. It is staggering. In very many functions of this sort, one's life is in peril. And never at any time have any of us felt that. Our security guards have been absolutely marvelous, and we'd like to thank them very much indeed. Hang on, wait a minute. You hold those boos back. They did a damn good job, believe me. You remember this, that they don't know always where they're supposed to go either. Things are being changed continuously. We got crowds. We had a panic this morning because one lot was supposed to be going one way and they was actually supposed to be going another, and then somebody made an unfortunate and said you're all supposed to be over there, and everybody goes. It's a very hard job to get however many 6,000 people it is together and get them all out in one piece and all in one piece, and they've got us all out in one piece, and we thank you and we love you back. Thank you very much indeed. We now think what we'd all like to do now is, because it's nearly Christmas, let's all sing Auld Lang Syne. Yeah. Okay?
Old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne.
That makes me feel quite tearful.